Hello and welcome to another GCSE revision video, and in this video we're going to be looking at solving quadratic equations using the famous formula. And there it is in all its beauty or ugliness, depending on whether or not you've already memorised it. For some people this formula is beautiful and it's powerful. It allows you to solve any quadratic equation. For other people who haven't memorised it yet, it's quite intimidating and fairly ugly looking. For any equation in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, where a, b and c are constants, x will equal negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. The bit inside the square root is called the discriminant. The discriminant tells us how many solutions a quadratic equation has. If the discriminant is less than 0, there are no real solutions. That is to say, if b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, or if 4ac is bigger than b squared, then there are no real solutions. You can stop right there and just say no solutions or no real solutions. If the discriminant is equal to 0, then there is only one solution. That is to say, if b squared and 4ac are the same number, then there is just one solution. If b squared minus 4ac is bigger than 0, that is to say if the discriminant is bigger than 0, or if b squared is bigger than 4ac, then there are two solutions. Okay, so much for the theory. Let's have a go at putting that into practice. Let's try something like x squared plus 2x plus 1 equals 0. Okay, so we start off using the discriminant. So we've got our b squared minus 4ac is our discriminant. So our b squared is the 2, so that's 2 squared minus 4 times, there's nothing in front of the x squared term, so that's a 1. So that's 4 times 1 times, and then the c term is 1. So that's 4 times 1 times 1, which is 4. So 2 squared is 4, so that's 4 minus 4, which is equal to 0. So the discriminant is equal to 0, so there's just one solution. So what is that solution? Well, that solution is minus b plus or minus the square root of the discriminant, which in this case we know is 0, all over 2 times a, which is 1. So that's minus b, which is minus 2, plus or minus the square root of 0. Well, the square root of 0 is 0, and minus 2 plus or minus 0 is just minus 2. And that's divided by 2 times 1 is 2. So that's minus 2 over 2. So x is equal to negative 1. We can quickly check that by substituting that value for x into the quadratic equation itself. So we've got minus 1 squared plus 2 times minus 1 plus 1, which is equal to, well, minus 1 squared is just 1 plus, and the 2 times minus 1 is negative 2 plus, and then this is 1. So that's equal to 2 plus negative 2, which is indeed equal to 0. So yes, this quadratic formula does indeed work. Another way we could have checked that would be to just factorise the quadratic equation. Let me just make some space for myself here. So if I take my x squared plus 2x plus 1, well, 1 times 1 is 1, and we need factors of 1 that add up to 2. Well, that's obviously just 1 plus 1 is 2. So we've got x plus 1 into x plus 1. We could also write that x plus 1 into x plus 1 as x plus 1 squared. So the only solution is x equals -1. When we have a quadratic equation like this that can be factored into something like this, where it's just one expression squared, we call it a perfect square. Okay, let's try another one. Let's try something a bit more hairy. Let's try something like 4x squared plus 2x plus 3 equals 0. Okay, well, we've got our b squared is 2 times 2, which is 4. So that's 2 squared equals 4. And then our 4ac is 4 times 4, which is our a, times 3, which is our c, which is equal to 4 times 12, which is equal to 48. Clearly 48 is much bigger than 4, so b squared minus 4ac is going to be less than 0, so there are no solutions, or if you want to be clever you can say no real solutions. And for anyone wondering why there are no solutions to 4x squared plus 2x plus 3 equals 0, well, if we plot the graph of y equals 4x squared plus 2x plus 3, you'll see that there is nowhere on the graph where it crosses the x-axis. That is to say, there is nowhere where y will ever equal 0. Okay, let's try one more example. Let's try something like x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals 0. Okay, let's find out how many solutions we've got with the discriminant. So we've got our b squared, which is, our b is -5. So this is -5 squared is equal to, well, -5 times -5 is +25. Now we've got our 4ac, so that's 4 times, there's nothing in front of the x squared term, so that's 1, that's just 1x squared, times, and then this is +6. So that's 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 6 is 24. And 25 minus 24 is 1. So we know we're looking for two solutions. So x is equal to, so that's minus b, so that's minus -5, which is just +5, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, which is 25 minus 24, which we already know is 1, all over 2 times a. Well, that's 2 times 1, which is just 2. So we've got 5 plus 1 over 2. And x also equals 5 minus 1 over 2. That's what that plus minus term means. It means there's two solutions. One is when you add them and the other is when you take them away. So x is equal to 6 over 2 and x is equal to 4 over 2. So x is equal to 3 or x is equal to 2. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Why don't you have a go at practicing some examples for yourself? Good luck with your revision and good luck with your exams, and I'll see you in another video.